I'm just kind of getting started with the tool. The business that I'm looking to do, I'm looking for new business owners or business owners that are small business owners that are struggling to get their businesses up and running. So I'm creating a program for them and then helping them to go through the stages of, identifying their niche, researching their niche, creating templates, so just kind of doing a whole program for those type of individuals.
Right.
And I was trying to, maybe narrow it down to maybe in the marketing industry, or I wasn't sure if I should niche that specific yet, but I know if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. So I was thinking maybe in the digital marketing space first, and then get familiar with that and get that up and running, and then be able to niche down even more.
Right. It seems you have a couple of ideas, and those ideas might still be broad, but you can work on a specific audience. Try to niche them down, because more you niche down, like more you go specific, narrow, more better result you will get with CrawlQ. Because at that moment it get differentiation between the generic tools versus the specific content that you wanted to create, right? So maybe I'll take this example, like this was like how to get into digital marketing. Does that sounds okay?
Yeah.
When you create workspace, it asks you a couple of initial questions, and I will try to repeat those questions.
And are those workspaces what we have to pay for? Those are what we have to pay for now because they've been done?
There are two types. One, some are free. So when you go to marketplace, you can check some of them are free. And these three are of course some limited, but it gives you some idea. So for example, you are looking for SMB solopreneur. You can take this as an example and tweak it. So that's the easiest way to start. And of course, we will add more of these in the free category. But some of them really need a lot of work, right? You have to research them, create them. It's not like they are just created out of the thin air. They are based on some research. So every time we put workspace here, it is almost like maybe 1 hour, 1.5 hours, or 2 hours of research. And our goal is to have more than 500 workspaces here. So you can imagine it's a lot of work behind the scene, but that's the easiest way to start and then tweak it later, where you wanted to change the inputs or things. But if you are a little bit patient, you can also start completely from a scratch, and it just you provide some 8-9 inputs, and from there it goes very straightforward.
Question: are these paid workspaces? I mean, you have a specific target group in your mind, and this is already predefined. So you predefine sort of a target group, and websites where you look up where you use the Athena on, however that works. Right. So this is already preset. But if you have an own deviating target group, then you have to adapt what's in that paid.
Yes. So imagine a case where you are affiliate, blogger, you don't have your own business, but one of the business is very close to you. Maybe you don't want to spend that much time. You want to pick up one which is close to you, what you're doing, and you already get like all the research done for you. You just need to focus on what content you want to create, right? If it is not your own business, like if you are a blogger or an affiliate, you don't own a business, then you just can pick up something and then start creating content. For example, if you're in a niche of dog walking, now you don't run a business of dog walking, but you're creating an affiliate article on dog walking. It doesn't matter whether you own this business. I mean, you don't want to own the business, right? And you don't own the business in that way. So you won't go into detail of who is business owner, and you just wanted to hit to the target audience in a right way. And if you wanted to adapt to a specific market or within that something, you can always make it more specific. Does that explain, like these are the done for you workspaces? When I call something workspace. I want to be clear here that we are on the same page. Workspace refers to one single persona. So if you're running a business, if you have an email list and this email list has only referring to one single persona, for example, CMO or head of procurement department or let's say digital marketers, then we are referring to one single person, the persona. But if in your email list, you have different segments, like let's say you have 1,000 email, and in this email list, you have different segments, like say 100 refers to digital marketers, 250 to SaaS founders, another 300 to another category. Then you want to create separate workspace because you don't want to mix the pain point of digital marketer and car wash, somebody who owns the car wash or somebody who's roof repairs business is completely different, right? So you wanted to see how much different variety of segment you have, which segment you wanted to focus more, and depending on that, you create workspace. So just a confusing term, but workspace is persona workspace dedicated to one type of target audience.
Is this also true for the product that you have, the service that you offer? So do you have is it target group, so persona and in specific service or product? Or can you have in a workspace one target group, persona, and different services for this?
The niche, the definition of niche here is the target group and the problem you're solving. So if the product and the target group is solving the same problem, right? You're solving the same problem. Let's say you might have a portable charging device, right? Portable charging device. Now, a portable charging device may be a bigger size, a smaller size, maybe a fancy portable charging device. As long as it solves the same problem of the same audience, I would recommend to have one persona. But if you are having a variation of the product, which also solves a different problem, I will recommend to create a new workspace. And there also another use case of workspace, because you can also design one workspace which solves top of the funnel problem. So this workspace is more focused on top of the awareness. You can clone the same workspace and change like its main topic of interest, which is more middle of the funnel. And again, you can change and you can go to the bottom of the funnel. So this way, you can create a customer journey just by cloning those workspaces. So this is another use case of workspace. You can also test your two ideas. Marketers call it A/B testing. So in one, you are targeting 3D printing for students and 3D printing design for, let's say, professionals. And you can sort of test which content appeal to which one. So you can also do a conventional sort of A/B testing with your messages. The whole idea here is to find the right message which resonate with our specific audience, right? If you have some rough idea what is your product, what problem, pain point you're solving, you just need to input those 8-9 questions and their answers. And then rest is heavy lifted by Athena. It's almost like each workspace you can think of a domain expert. Someone has a domain expert. I mean, when you talk about agile practices or coaching or what to cover in retrospective, right? You can start creating a workspace saying that 9 to 5 corporate professionals who are learning agile wanted to do better with retrospective. Then go further with this and narrow it down. And then you will cover the specific topics because you're really customizing this for your use case, for your persona.
What's that icon? Looks like an arm, like a muscle. What does that? Right. What does that mean? Because some have them and some do not. What does that mean?
Yeah. So these are preset workspaces, and some of them are trained. Trained means Athena is trained on them. When I say Athena is trained, that means we have pre-trained it, and those which are not trained, you can go and copy them and train it. For example, this ADSD pain point, it's not having the symbol because we haven't trained Athena on it. When you copy this or when you process this, you can always train Athena. Whenever you take some workspace pre-existing, it's done for you, done for your research, done for your example content. And it's just like a preset research, which just you can adapt to your use case.
And are those workspaces you guys created, or can anybody in the community create them and put them there? How does that work?
Currently, it's only our team
Okay.
has created those. The idea is that we also allow users to create those workspace and make them available for other people. So it's a kind of a marketplace. The first step of the marketplace is we ourselves are creating a demand and supply for this. So for first, like understanding this, and then next stage is that we can allow users to create their own marketplace. For example, in your account, you can create and invite other users or sell to other users.